Hi, I'm Debbie and welcome to my channel Divine Destiny with Debbie. Today we're doing the longer reading from March 1st through the 15th, 16th for Libras. Hello my Libras, how are you? Interesting times for you. I love it. Okay, since this is the longer reading, I use 3 decks. I use my Doreen Virtue Angel Tarot cards, which gives us kind of the main message. And then for the clarification, I use my Psychic Tarot and Oracle cards by Don Holland. And then final words, kind of pieces of advice, I use my Osho Zen Tarot cards. So with that, I have prayed, meditated, infused all decks with Reiki energy. And this is a general reading. It may or may not resonate with you. Take what you like, leave the rest. So, a couple of things going on. Now, on March 5th, through the 28th, Mercury goes retrograde. Remember, we've had all the planets going direct, and the next planet will go retrograde in April. I'm not sure what one that is. Maybe it's Jupiter. I'm not sure. But with Mercury, this is a planet that goes retrograde about 3 times a year for us. This will be 23 days, which I think is on the longer side for them, for Mercury. Now, what happens when Mercury goes, this is when people call this like the chaos, retrograde. Things aren't quite all, put together right. Now, people come into your lives from the past, and a lot of the times we don't want them to come into our lives, but, people, sometimes they do that. Also, there's electronics that kind of can go a little bit screwy, so watch your washers and dryers. Also, too, this is now, they say don't start a job, don't sign papers, contracts, things like that. But my thought is, if you need a job, you need to start your job. And if you're buying a house, maybe you can try to push it off, but, sometimes it's like, no, this is the time you have to do it. So, again, this is an energy that, while it can be a little chaotic, we're used to having this. This happens, this energy. Okay, so, the other thing too is, and if you follow me on Facebook, you would have seen this. Chiron, C-H-I-R-O-N. Not quite sure the whole planetary aspect with him, but according to Greek mythology, he is half horse and half God, okay? And he is a great healer. Now, with that, but yet he could not heal himself, which is, I think, that's very sad. But with that, he went from Pisces on February 8th into Aries, but he'll be here for till 2028. What he brings in Aries now is where I look at this as the great identity crisis. This is where we look at ourselves and say, what are we doing here? Where are we? We're contemplating our meaning. Why are we here? Why were we born? But by doing that and digging that kind of stuff up, he can also help to bring healing to that. Okay? Just kind of throwing that out there. Wanted you to be aware of it. Okay, so now let's go back. Let's go to our cards. And we're starting again with our Doreen Virtue Angel Tarot cards. Libra, Libra, Libra. Okay. Oh, yeah, you want to come out. March 1st through 15, 16, 17. Let's see. Anything? Okay, let's see what we got here now. Going to have to shuffle. Going to have to cut. Feeling kind of an exciting time for you. Now, exciting time doesn't necessarily mean a positive exciting time, but I don't think it's going to be negative either. But I'm feeling kind of movement. I'm feeling movement for you. I'm feeling, going forward. It's like, we've been talking about, in the general readings, the shorter, that there's been kind of an unrest to your spirit, and it's kind of, I'm feeling very directional for you. It's like, you are putting it together, and your plan, and I always, what is your plan? And if you, not changing something is also a plan, and that's okay too, but I'm feeling very forward movement for you. It's kind of exciting. Okay, all cards are reversed, meaning that it has more message to the message. First card is our Four of Water, and water is our Pisces, Scorpio, and our Cancer energy. And we are still in Pisces season, so missing an opportunity, discontentment, or boredom. Open your eyes to the possibility. Again, I'm thinking that, this is basically again, even though it's saying missing an opportunity, discontentment, I'm feeling that what you're doing is actually you're opening your eyes, and we talked about in one of the general readings that that you had to go forward now. Your eyes were seeing the truth now. This continues because once you see the truth, you can't close your eyes anymore. Okay, you can't put your blinders back on. So here I'm thinking that you're opening your eyes to those possibilities, and you are going forward with that. Now, with the missing the opportunity, though, it's you may still, even though you may still not necessarily, here but in your feet or in your spirit, in your heart, you may not necessarily take those steps. Now, yes, I did talk about going forward, but part of going forward is also getting your mindset. But you basically may not take those steps forward. And with that, it could be that, if somebody needed to, if there was something that if you were thinking of possibly moving, or you were thinking that you needed to separate from a relationship and you needed to get a different job and a job offer is there, and you're like, but I don't take it because you don't really want to separate. Do you know what I'm saying? So you may, but again, the truth will still be there. The truth is still there. Let's see what this next card says. The next card is the King of Air, and this is your energy. And this is brilliant, impartial, professional, diplomatic. Speak your mind with confidence. Seek out professional advice. Balance mental and emotional considerations. So again, here we have, I do not see you staying quiet. I do not see you, and this is energy that keeps moving forward. I do not see you putting the blinders back on. It's like, I see it, it's there, it's real. Now, always be careful. Be careful, because if you're dealing with people that haven't been necessarily cooperative with you, those are the type of people that, I don't want to say those, but if you are feeling subjugated, okay, I'm feeling, subjugated, and you are working with people or living with people that have subjugated you, a lot of times when you say your truth, and it is the truth, a lot of times the rebuttal is, you don't know what you're talking about. You're nuts, okay? And the thing is, it could pull up it could push old buttons, okay, where you think, well, was I nuts? Was I really? I didn't think I was. But maybe I didn't say it the way I heard myself say it, okay? No, you're not nuts, okay? You're not. But, so that is the thing, is about speaking your mind with confidence, but also, maybe, the seeking the professional advice. I'm kind of seeing, like, maybe lawyers, maybe HR, kind of like taking it to another level. And I'm not saying, again, I'm not trying to say people are separating. I'm really not. I'm giving you examples because, I paint it with my own, experiences now. Yeah. Okay. So yeah. So taking it, bringing a third party in is not a bad idea. And it's good if you're the one that's able to bring that third party in. And again, that balance, that mental and emotional balance, a lot of times, you hear you're leading off with this, and triggers are triggering the emotional, okay? And I'm not saying that, do not, downplay the emotional piece. The thing is, though, again, you get that response about, the nuts or the crazy, or, what you're saying doesn't make sense. And all of a sudden, that's the emotional trigger, okay? But again, you are moving forward. And with that, and with this, maybe this is that whole thing with Chiron, is that, all this has to be dug up and looked at in order for you to do that, okay, to be healed. Okay, this last card is also reversed, and this is the Queen of Water. And water, again, is our Cancer, Scorpio, and Pisces. And you are in Pisces season. So Pisces season is a little bit more on the emotional side, okay? So your emotions are churning. The water is churning, okay? And then we've got that Mercury retrograde thing going on too, so that's also churning. But relationships develop to a new level. Trust your intuition. Care for yourself and others. So basically, all these cards are telling me to are actually validating who you are and what your truth is and what you are thinking of doing. Again, though, always protect yourself. Protect yourself, and that's financially, emotionally, physically. Always protect yourself. Whatever this is, make sure that you continue to do that. Okay, but it is again, so Libras. I'm going to give you, it is okay for you to do things that you think are selfish or of self-interest. They really aren't, but it's what you think. And I'm giving you permission to do that, okay? You think it, but it's what most people, not most, but it's what a lot of healthy people actually do on a day-to-day basis. Okay? I hope that makes sense to some Libra out there. If it doesn't make sense to you, I'm glad. Go forth, have a great, just deal with that Mercury energy. But I think that there's some Libras out there that I don't think that they quite know that it's okay for them to take care of themselves. Okay, so let's go on to the Psychic Tarot and Oracle, John Holland, and see can you kind of give some clarification on this? Can you fill in the blanks for our Libra? Oh, okay. Oops, card is down for our Libras. Okay, that one was upside down. Can you, one more time? No, okay, so let's go ahead and cut the deck on this one. Cards down. Okay, now on this card, and again, this is reversed. I can see this card. So this card is material and spiritual prosperity, okay? So this is saying, though, that no matter what's going to happen, it's going to work out okay. But again, I'm feeling that I'm feeling kind of that spiritual prosperity. I'm feeling that that thing, the eyes wide open, and, that you're working things out. You're working things out. Again, and I know I keep going back to kind of a relationship, and again, it could be work, it could be, but I'm feeling that you're working things out, and you're working, you're working things out for your betterment. Okay. Okay. Let's see what the second card is. Accelerated motion. Now that could be that things start to move quicker than you actually are anticipating or that you've actually planned. But I do love her looking at that star, and that star that she's making that wish on that comet, and her wishes are going to actually, will they be fulfilled? I don't know if they're going to be fulfilled, but it's saying keep going forward, keep going forward. Okay, so now let's see what this last card says on this one. Suffering in silence. Okay, so your decisions, whatever you're doing, has been really, really hurting you. Or not your decisions, I shouldn't say your decisions. Oh, being aware of things that are going around you have been, you've been holding that all in. That's what I'm getting with this one. You've been holding that all in. And I feel that you're also afraid of, what do I do next? Okay? What do I do next? And I can't tell you what necessarily you should do. There's many, many people out there, many Libras out there. But you have to still be able to live with yourself, okay? So with this, again, your eyes are opening. Adapt this to, to your situation. Your eyes are opening. You can't put the blinders back on, and it hurts. Sometimes people will think then, what have I done? I've wasted years. And this could be a job. It doesn't necessarily have to be a personal relationship. I put all this in, and it hurts me. And, I had that happen with my job. It's like, I've given you all of this, and it hurts me. So, so that can, but the thing is, if you decide to continue it, then at least you've taken some you know, at least you've made a decision for yourself. It's not part of it. Yes. Okay. Well, you know, this is, I'm continuing it with it. Well, I'm continuing it with it until something better comes. At least those are some decisions. Okay. And I think that everyone can live with that too. Okay. But I do think that, again, this movement forward, and remember I said before I even looked at the cards, you know, the energy is going forward, and there's that forward card again. So yeah, you're moving forward. Now, could this take, whatever this change in you, it could take a long time. It doesn't have to be right now. Just because, you know, it's like, well, I want it now. It doesn't have to be right now. Okay, do what's best for you. Okay. So now, Osho Zen Tarot, what final advice can you give for my Libras for these 2 weeks, these first 15, 16, 17 days of March? What can you give us? Advice. Give us advice, please. Help us to know how to handle, what to do. Okay, let me cut the cards. Three cards down. Over here. First card is reversed, and this is transformation. This, I mean, and then again, you know, Libra, this is, okay, do you see? Now, I don't know if this is a phoenix, but there is a spirit arising. There is a warrior coming out. There, but I like that bird. I kind of think of that as like, you know, the phoenix rising, and I don't know if that's what this is supposed to mean or not, but I kind of like that it's like that, you know, that the phoenix is rising, something has died and something new is, you know, is happening. So what the advice for this card is basically is be aware that you are, you know, what you've accepted before, you're not accepting now, okay? And that will create change. That will create, yes, that will create change. You know, carrying the sword. There's snakes in their hands, but this spirit is the ruler of those snakes, and there's a lotus flower in there. You know, so I mean, but again, I'm called back to, I think that bird, I think that that's a phoenix. It's like, you know, you've done your worst to me. This Libra is reborn, is renewed, okay, or is renewing. Okay, let's see what this next card is. We are the world, okay. So again, too, you know, advice that I'm getting with this one is, it's like you are, okay, so we're having this rebirth of the phoenix. It's like you are rejoining again society. You're not necessarily allowing, you know, now it's like, now that your eyes are open again to this, it's like, again, you can't contain it anymore. You can't contain it. You can't stop it anymore. It's out there. It is now shown to the world. It is now out there. It's now out there. Okay? I hope that makes, I mean, I mean, a lot of times these readings become redundant just because this is what's going on. Okay. And then this one is compromise. Oh, okay. So the thing is with this card, okay, compromise can be, okay, compromise is not always horrible, but in this cards, look at this, okay, compromise. Do you go back? Do you go back? You can't. You really can't. You can't go back to whatever this is that's changing, whatever you are having rebirth, you know, the rebirthing of, whatever this spiritual thing is going on, whatever this is that you're opening your eyes up to, you can't go back before that time. It is too late now. It is too late to go back there. And I don't like this card. I think that there's other things to say that you can get along with other people better than this card. These guys, to me, are like these, they're just like seedy. I feel like oil drips. You know, and I don't mean it's like blessed oil. I feel like it's just oily, you know, oily and slimy and just kind of, you know, with this. And basically, you know, you can't put the genie, or no, what is it? You can't put the genie back in the bottle, and you can't put the toothpaste back in the tube, and that's the thing that it's being asked of you. Now, will you might have to live as if that's happening? Yeah, you might have to live as if that's happening, whatever that be. And that might be part of why you have this, why you continue to suffer in silence with that. But again, if you, if you are still, your energy is still moving forward, maybe maybe what you're giving to the world looks like you're not, but this piece of you, that, the heart, mind, spirit piece of you is going forward. It still is going forward. You Libras are planners. You are planners. And you can make out your plan. So this is 2019. You can have a plan for 2025, okay? You can say, this is my, and it's not necessarily a goal. But it's like, I mean, tomato, tomato, but it's your plan, okay? So it's your plan. Okay, so, not necessarily all, wonderful things are, but it's not bad things, because you are showing, you are doing some healing with this, and you just, like I said, you can't put the toothpaste back in the tube. Okay. So now let me just also finish up with a couple of things. One is that we are so close to 5,000. Oh my goodness, I did not anticipate that so quickly, but thank you so much. If you have not subscribed, please go below. When we do reach 5,000, I've got some ideas on, how to, because I said that when we reach 5, that, 5 people out of the 5,000, choose 5 people for free readings. But in order for me to do that, you do either have to have access to Facebook Messenger, because I really like reading over Facebook Messenger. It works really well, or WhatsApp, WHATSAPP. Okay, and that's a app that you put on your phone, and it does long distance. But speaking of long distance, I found out recently that my business line, I cannot call long distance. I cannot call outside of the United States on my business line. So whether you're inside or outside of the business line, outside of the United States, the best way to reach me is through divinedestinywithdebbie@gmail.com, or through my Facebook page, or I think that I can get get messages from WhatsApp. Not a lot of people contact me over that. Or, you can leave a message on my business line, but if you're outside the United States, I cannot call you back or even text you back. But I do a lot of texting on my business line for people inside the United States. So, okay, so just wanted to throw that out there and let you know where we're at with that. So, Libras, you'll get through. You'll get through these. This is like, it's like, I really feel like you're the phoenix rising from the flames. I think I'll put that down there. So, but Libras, as always, know that you are loved, and be blessed. Bye-bye.